Everyone, welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Keith. We are live for Manchester City against Brentford, second against eighth. Brentford can go above Brighton, who won earlier today at Wolves, and they can go 2 points behind Bournemouth, who themselves now sit only 4 points behind Liverpool, 3 points behind Aston Villa, who play tomorrow. Manchester City need to win today. Let's not mince our words. Let's not mince our words. It's very, very clear what needs to happen today. Manchester City need to win. We're all City today, aren't we? We're all City. Come on, we're all City today. Come on, City. How are we all doing in the chat? David, how's it going? A young, fit De Bruyne is always better than Bruno Fernandes every day of the week. I think I'd agree with that, David. Jellyfish, good to see you, as always. Who else have we got in? Lancashire Evertonian. Hard one to call this one. I'm going to go for City to edge it 2-1. City of Northville says... lended credence to Key's comment earlier that Man United and Liverpool have similar squads this year. A draw with a shit team away at Sunderland. Yeah, it is. There's not really much between Liverpool and United this year. There really isn't. It's just the difference, I guess, is Liverpool's injuries plus Manchester United playing 30-40% fewer games. That's a big part of it, isn't it? Timbo, how's it going? I didn't know you'd gone today. Good lad. Hey, we got very, very lucky today, Timbo, I do. I think you should have had a penalty at the end, I'll say that. Chelsea definitely should have had a penalty at the end. But then again, we hit the post twice. Draw, probably on the balance of play, probably the right result. LJ, come on City, I want us to climb the table, though you need to beat Palace tomorrow. Everton desperately need to beat Palace tomorrow. Egbert, good to see you, Egbert. Jellyfish says, where are we up to? Sorry. What's that? What's your prediction? Prediction for this one, I think City win 2-1. Obviously, I don't care who wins the title because I hate both Arsenal and City, so I want Brentford to win. Come on, Brentford. Jellyfish, even though you support Liverpool, still think you're the best Watchalong content creator there's ever been, Key. Oh, what a guy. Appreciate that, man. Very nice of you. Blitber, draw with Chelsea, poor result. No, I don't think it's a poor result. Not really. No, Chelsea are a good side. Recent form would suggest otherwise, but they're not a bad side, Chelsea. And I did think, looking at our lineup today, if you look at the 11 on the pitch versus the 11 on the pitch, forget where Liverpool have been, forget Liverpool's squad and all. The 11 on the pitch today versus their 11, they had a better side than us. They had a better side than us today. Timbo, I'd agree. Easily a pen in my opinion, but the draw was probably fair on the balance of play. It was. Yeah, I can't really argue with it. I think a draw is probably the right result. Will, how are you justifying drawing to Chelsea? They've lost 6 in a row. They're not a bad side though, are they? Shocking that they've lost 6 in a row. I think everyone's shocked by that, but they're not a bad side. They're not a bad side. City of Northville says, I'm not sure who's out there. United, one of the top jobs in world football, and there is more optimism to come now. Timmy, good to see you. No Southgate ball says Chelsea are mid-table level and so are Liverpool at the moment. No, I wouldn't agree with that. I think if you look at form-wise in the table, Liverpool and Chelsea, Chelsea are a lot further down the form table than we are. Liverpool are 6th in the form table. Even after today, Chelsea sit 18th in the last 5 games. Liverpool, even if you extend it back to the last 10 games, Liverpool are 6th. So we're operating for about where we are. That is kind of where Liverpool are. Timbo, the boos for Slot in the stadium were so loud today, he's lost the match-going fans, I think. That to me, I guess it depends how much weight you put on the match-going fans. I personally don't put all that much weight on it. I think when you look at A lot of the fans booed Rio Wingamoa coming off today. They haven't got a clue what they're talking about. Rio Wingamoa coming off the pitch today is nothing to do with the manager. Absolutely nothing to do with the manager. The Lancashire Evertonian says, not a bad side, they're 9th. 4th, but they couldn't beat 9th. Come on, Key. That's not how football works, though, is it? Arsenal couldn't beat bottom of the league Wolves. It's not how football works, is it? City of Northville says, why not go and get Unai Emery for United? You're not getting Unai Emery at United. You are not getting Unai Emery at United. Come on, that's not happening. Carl, you can now elbow people in the face in the Premier League and not get a yellow card at least. Why? Who's that? Who's done that? Finch wrecked you. If United finish above Liverpool, it's an embarrassing season for Liverpool. Why'd you say that? United have spent far more than Liverpool. LJ, how on earth are Liverpool fans wanting Slot out? Are you all forgetting Klopp's first year? Or Klopp's last couple of years? Mankin Proud, are you still not worried about Bournemouth? No. No, why would I be worried about Bournemouth? Listen, Bournemouth are 4 points behind Liverpool with 6 points left to play for, right? They are on +4, Liverpool are on +12. What that effectively means is Bournemouth would have to better our points totals across Aston Villa away and Brentford at home. That's our final 2 games. Bournemouth's final 2 games are City at home and Forest away. And they've also got to not only beat them, but if they do finish on level, then they've got to massively beat our goal difference. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Villa have already got one eye on the Europa League final. Villa might win tomorrow against Burnley, but they're not going to be bothered about beating us. They're not going to be bothered about beating us the week after. Nick says Bournemouth have lost 7 games all season. City won't beat them next week. They don't have to beat them. They don't have to beat them. Not for me anyway. But I think they will. But even if they don't, a draw is still enough for Liverpool, isn't it? Jack Frost says Slot will not be Liverpool manager next season. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, indeed he will. And I hope that's the case. MCFC says, kind of nervous for the game. City have no number 6 in the team. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look and see. What's the City lineup for today? Can't say I've seen it. Legend FK says, did someone in the other chat have a go at Klopp? Klopp's Liverpool played far better football. Klopp's Liverpool did play better football, but it wasn't as effective. Broken verdict, that Sunderland game was boring. United decide, minute 90, we're going to play football now. Yeah, not a great game for United. Let's have a look at the lineups for today. So, Donnarumma in goal. Nunes, Gay, Ake and O'Reilly at the back. That is a... I never like Ake at the centre for City. Silva, Reinders, and then it's Semenyo, Cherky, Doku, Haaland. That front four is fantastic. Then you look at Brentford, Kelleher in goal, Hickey, Collins, Ayer, and Coyote, Yarmolyuk, Jensen and Damsgaard with Lewis, Potter, Sharda, and Thiago. No Ouattara. Where's Ouattara? Dango Ouattara on the bench. I'm surprised by that. No Kusanov. Why not Xabi Alonso? I mean, for Liverpool, is that what you're talking about? I wouldn't want Xabi Alonso at Liverpool. Nick says Arsenal played beautiful football under Wenger for years and it got them nowhere. I don't think it got them nowhere. I think they enjoyed watching the game. I think that's a big, important thing. That's a very important thing in football. I don't understand why fans put so little on that. Like, you're going to watch your team all season play garbage football, but it's okay because they win a trophy at the end of it. I'm telling you, that's not hard. That's no way to live your life. That is no way to live your life. I would much rather my team play entertaining football, try and score goals, sometimes lose, sometimes win, and at the end of the season, you finish second or third maybe, but you know, you'd have a good go at it. I would rather see that than see my team play like Arsenal and win a trophy. Yes. I think it's about entertainment more than success. City of North Hill, that's why fans are turning on Carrick a bit. That game was hard to watch. And do you know what? And I'll say this, mate, North Hill, there's only really Liverpool and United that seem to uphold those standards. Yeah, there's so many more clubs who, I think maybe it's because they're starved of success, possibly. Maybe it's that. Slots football this season hasn't been entertaining or successful, though. I think his style of play generally is entertaining. What we've seen for the last few months has not been entertaining. It's been pragmatic. If you remember at the start of the season, Liverpool were considered the entertainers in the league. And we were winning games like 3-2, 4-3. And I think that's Arne Slot's football. That is Arne Slot's football. Unfortunately, we don't really have the players for it. The way he wants to play, we don't have the players for it. So he's trying to kind of... We end up in this mishmash of let's just try and compete and get results whatever way we can. And it's not the prettiest. It isn't the prettiest. It's pragmatism. Timbo says, different fan bases find different styles entertaining too. Chelsea fans, for example, like a physical team that counters quickly rather than a team that dominates possession. Yeah. Red Rebellion, I think it's clear we need wide players who can impact the game. Massively. Listen, Rio Ngamoa, just him being on the pitch created that first goal. Just him being on the pitch created more room for Gravenberch. Imagine Wirtz is playing today, right? And imagine we have some other options. Maybe it's not Frimpong and Rio, who today, let's be honest, both of them weren't great. But let's say it's Diamand and Elise. Or maybe it's Diamand and another. Whoever it might be. I don't know. Whoever it might be. Two wide options for Liverpool who can stay high and wide and get their boots white and go at the fullback. You will have a lot more room for Wirtz. A lot more. LJ Key, can I host a halftime quiz or today or another time? Definitely another time. I've got a quiz for today, mate, but not today. But certainly you can another time. No Southgate. Is everyone looking forward to the World Cup? I can't wait. I certainly am. Very excited for it. Kai says Wirtz is shit, mate. Ain't built for the Prem. Clearly. Hey, in what world is he not built for the Prem? Florian Wirtz has been fantastic this season. Absolutely fantastic. Wirtz has arguably been Liverpool's player of the season over the last 3 or 4 months. Frimpong was horrid. I thought Rio was Liverpool's best player. He was alright. I think Gravenberch had a really good game today. Gravenberch had a good game. McAllister, and you know I am McAllister's biggest hater on the... In football, I'll be honest, but honestly, I think McAllister was fantastic. CG, I went to Anfield agenda for the match reaction. Unbelievable how deluded people can be about Rio and not keeping him on the full 90. I called it even before it happened, didn't I? I literally said, and as soon as Slot has come out after the game and said the player has to be subbed. He said he did that, and you can see it. Someone's clipped it. He went like that to the touchline. He went like he wasn't sure. A muscle injury, or a little bit tight, or whatever. Get him off the pitch. Key, genuinely, what is Frimpong good at? Can't defend, can't really attack. His crossing is trash. What did you even bring him in? Well, I think we brought him in to be an option, maybe, on the right side. Someone who could play right wing, right back. But he's neither one thing nor the other, really. He might be a decent backup option next year, but I think we've got to aspire to better. I think he can be a reliable player, Frimpong. He's still not quite fit, maybe, as well. He has been out of the side a long time this season, so... we've got to afford people coming to the Prem. Sometimes it takes him a while to adapt to it. He's not had a lot of games in the Prem. And he has had some good moments. He has had some, but recently he has been poor. PSG away, he was poor. I thought Arsenal away, remember when he played Arsenal away? He was really good in that. Some good games. But other games, he's been garbage. And today wasn't his best. He was pretty poor today. But I think you'd want to give him a bit of time. Legend FK says Chelsea were there for the taking and should have been taken. I mean, you could argue Chelsea are... Chelsea, I think, player for player, were much better than Liverpool today. Before the game started, looking at the two lineups, I thought Chelsea's lineup was much stronger than ours. Red Rebellion says Virgil for the first goal. He's been responsible for so many goals this season as these clowns who are crying about Rio coming off. He has to be subbed because he had cramp. Coyote to Liverpool would be good. We need a right back for sure, but I think we're going to lean towards a right back that's a different type of profile to Frimpong. We went for Geertruida in January. It might make more sense that we have that type of a player. 6 foot, versatile, can play right, can play left, can play centre. That type of player. Bit like what Timber is for Arsenal, maybe Ben White for Arsenal. You look at City, they've got Guardiola who can do that. Nico O'Reilly can play inside. That type of a player. Reece James too for Chelsea. I think both Liverpool and Chelsea were there for the taking, to be honest, but neither of us had the quality in the final third. Yeah, take your chances, you'll nail it, but that's sadly not what Liverpool or Chelsea had today. Nick, be honest, is Ekatiki's career over? Nick, you seem to be confusing me, mate, for a doctor. It's not me. Timbo, I think both Liverpool and Chelsea... Oh, sorry, I'm just happy Colwill and James are back. We're much more likely to win the FA Cup with them fit. And Key, have you heard Nunes might be coming back to Liverpool? On loan, possibly. Yes. Yeah, I'd like that. Arsenal Africa Network says, my friend, you said you prefer not winning the league with our kind of football. Yes, that is absolutely the case. I would rather not win the league than win the league playing that, having to watch that style of football for 60 games a season. Yeah, no. You're alright. You're alright. JB1 says, Geertruida is shite, can't even get into the Sunderland team unless there's injuries. The reason he can't get into the Sunderland team is because he told them in January he wanted to fuck him off and leave. He hasn't played really since then. He's not shite though, he played really well before that. And he was an option for us. He played well before the January transfer window. Timbo, if Alonso did join Liverpool, do you reckon he'd try and bring Trent back? I think we should be trying to bring Trent back anyway, whoever the manager is. I think if we Slot, I'd like Slot to stay, but I think we'd be better off getting Trent back, whoever the manager is. Trent should be coming back. He's not working for him at Madrid. Get him back. Get him back. Timbo, if he'd come back in March, he could have put a good run together and got in. Who's that? Colwill. Will Colwill be in the England squad? No, I don't think so. Okie dokie. Right, we've got 8 minutes to kick off here. Kai says Trent won't come back. The way you guys treated him was uncalled for. Yeah, I don't think it was uncalled for. I think he kind of put a couple of fingers up to the fans, to be fair. But at the same time, people are fickle. Trent could absolutely come back, and don't think anyone would really be that bothered about it. He'd be back in the team. He'd be a legend again, just like Rush. Rush came back. Rush went and Rush came back. Lancashire Evertonian says Trent supports Everton. He'll join us. Broken verdict, Key. What do you think of Xavi Hernandez as an option for United? He's open for a Prem team. I don't know why we're even discussing it. You're definitely appointing Michael Carrick. You are 1,000,000% appointing Michael Carrick. He will be Man United's manager next year. Legend FK, Real Madrid, a club of great players, but not much of a team right now. No, they're knocking 7 bells out of each other, aren't they? Garnacho keeps trying to DM, but we act like we don't see it. Hey. Emily, do you think Spurs will get relegated? No. No, I think Spurs stay up. I think West Ham go down at this point, to be honest. But yes, Lancashire Evertonian fan group in Liverpool apparently has links behind the scenes to Everton's staff room. And Timbo says, to be fair, the way the Liverpool fans have spoke about Trent since he's left, I wonder if he would want to come back. Again, do you know what? I don't disagree that there's Liverpool fans who've absolutely spoke dreadfully about him, but I think players are a little bit immune to that. There's players who are getting spoken about dreadfully now at Liverpool, who are there now. The manager's been treated like dog shit by Liverpool fans. Like, really, really bad. His family been, like, chased. It's honestly awful. But he's still working hard and doing his best for the club. Some people will go overboard. Yeah, I think Trent would still come back. I do still think he'd come back. At the end of the day, Liverpool's his club, right? Wonder where that bottle guy is in the crowd. Yeah, I don't know if he's there today. Do you think we signed show ponies or men in the summer gone? Define what you mean by that. Show ponies or men? I don't know what you mean. CGLFC, is it Mother's Day in the UK tomorrow? I don't know. I don't think so. Is it? If it is, I've got to dash out after this live, I think. No, I don't think it is it? No, it's March. I was going to say Mother's Day is in March. No, Father's Day is in June. Yeah, Mother's Day is in March. Spurs fans will be cheering on Stoke 2.0 tomorrow. Yeah, Spurs fans will be going for cheering West Ham along. Timbo says McFarlane said he's hopeful Garnacho is fit for the final. He's the only person associated with Chelsea hopeful of this. I think Garnacho did quite well in the semi-final. I thought he was one of your better players. Keep panicking a bit then, just a bit. JJ, the DJ 300, Key from Seattle, USA. Yes, love Seattle. Got a family. I've got family in Seattle. A lot to love. In other countries, I think Mother's Day is this weekend. Oh, is it really? Oh, well, there you go. I didn't know. Red Rebellion, I don't think Slot is worried about these wet nappy-wearing fans who cry and think they are entitled. Slot seems to have a thick skin and always deals with the questions quite well about negativity. Yeah, and I think he has... Do you know what it is? It's just people looking for reasons. People looking for reasons to be upset. Yeah. Let's just confirmation bias. Blame everything on Slot. It's easy. If everything's Slot's fault, then we can just change him, can't we? And everything's fine again. Rather than actually thinking about the worst thing, which is actually we've got about 7 or 8 players who are dreadful and we need to move them on. That's the harder thing to think about. But no Liverpool fans want to think about that, really. Okay, we are 2 minutes away from kickoff. Let's get the timer. The timer's underway nearly. Red Rebellion. We've done that one, sorry. Jellyfish, come on, Brentford. Oh, it's tomorrow in Canada. Mother's Day is tomorrow in Canada. Oh, there you go. I did not know that. Love my Mersey peeps in red. Yes, JJ. Lulu says spend $500 million in one window and tied to this Chelsea team. Could say spent over $1 billion and drew with a bottom of the table Wolves side. Just as easy. We can all throw around stupid comments. Let's not do that. Let's be better than that. Come on. Egbert says, Key, who was the first African player to captain a Premier League side? Ooh, that's a good question. Lucas Radaby at Leeds would have been a possibility. Maybe Mark Fish as well. First African player to captain a Premier League side. I would have imagined Lucas Radaby. I would have thought it would have been him anyway. Vieira, Senegal. Thursday night was all on Slot at Villa Park. Yeah, it was all Slot's fault. It's all Slot's fault. Sarah says the one thing bugs me with Slot is he leaves it late with the subs. Hey, I don't listen. He's not beyond reproach. He's certainly made mistakes. I'll absolutely acknowledge that. I'm not saying the manager's blameless. I just think when you start talking about the manager being the issue for Liverpool, change him, it'll be okay. It's just not even close to it. He's not in the top 4. Top 3, top 4 things at Liverpool. The manager's not that problem. There's far more pressing things. Right. Here we go. Game's underway at the Etihad, I mean. Come on, City. It's quite empty, actually. Look at that. Bloody hell. Come on, City. Welchwing, what do you think of the majority of Anfield fans booing the Rio sub? Well, they've all been made to look very, very silly, haven't they? When it's come out that the manager took him off because the player himself wanted to come off, that he'd felt his muscle being tight or whatever, and he needed to come off. So, yeah. I called it in real time. I literally said it as we were watching the game. We said, didn't we? There's going to be boos here. He's going to take Rio off for Isaac, and there's going to be boos. We all said it. It was so evident. Ronnie says both Liverpool and Man United weren't up for it today. Cheers, Ronnie. Yeah, United, not a great performance for them either. Come on, City, wake up. Xabi Alonso is what Liverpool need. No, he's not. People seem to forget Xabi Alonso's final season at Leverkusen. If Xabi Alonso had his season after winning the league at Leverkusen was very unimpressive. Very unimpressive. Bradley, preying on Arsenal's downfall, aren't you? I am indeed, Bradley, yes. I am indeed. Certainly am. Praying away. Good press by the Bees, but City make it through. Here's Cherky. That's a foul, ref. City carry on. Bradley, so sad. Why is it sad, Brad? Why are you so sad, Brad? Doku in the area. Go on, City. Hit it. Good strike. Oh, good save from Kelleher. Chami says, Key, missed games are starting quite... Oh, MLS games are starting quite early today. Do you think World Cup games will start early as well? Have you not seen the World Cup schedule? I've got the World Cup schedule here. Listen, the kickoff times. This is UK kickoff times for the World Cup. It's astonishing. Mexico v South Africa on the opening day is 8 o'clock at night. And then you've got South Korea v Czech Republic at 3 a.m. Then Canada v Bosnia, 8 p.m. USA v Paraguay, 2 a.m. Brazil v Morocco, 11 p.m. So, in the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, in fact 7, the first 7 games, there's only, let's say, 2 of them that are going to kick off within UK watershed hours of the first 7 games. Mexico, South Africa kicks off at 8 p.m. Canada, Bosnia kicks off at 8 p.m. And then after that, you've got South Korea, Czech Republic, 3 a.m. USA, Paraguay, 2 a.m. Brazil, Morocco, 11 p.m. kickoff, which means it's going to be gone 1 there or thereabouts by the time it finishes. Scotland, Haiti, 2 a.m. Australia, Turkey, 5 a.m. These are the UK kickoff times in the World Cup. I'm going to be live for pretty much all of them. Bradley, you'd rather watch Arsenal lose than Liverpool win? No, don't get it twisted. I'd certainly want to watch Liverpool win more than I'd want to watch Arsenal lose. But I want Arsenal to lose, yeah. Now Liverpool can't win, because I've watched that game today. We did it earlier today, didn't we? Watch Liverpool. Now that can't happen, now I very much do want City to win, yeah. CGLFC says, slow down, mate. I'm Canadian and need to figure out the time conversion. Sorry, I didn't realise. Yeah, Canadian times. I mean, I don't know. I would imagine that's maybe a bit more accessible for you. Timbo, I pretty much have insomnia and get 4 or 5 hours sleep most nights anyway. The World Cup times actually suit me. Good lad. Pete says, Kuhn, you got booked for diving. That's about this. Yeah, he's been diving every game. Red Rebellion. Red Rebellion. Timbo's a Chelsea fan, mate. He's a Chelsea fan. 5 hours behind you. Oh, okay. Well, you're all right then. You might be all right. Harry says, Liverpool, Man City got to be the worst rivalry ever. Both fans love each other. Respect. Yeah, respect. Not love. Just respect. Because both teams try and play the right way. Here's Sharda. Roderick says, I'm looking forward for your World Cup watch-alongs 100%. Good lad, thank you. Ball whipped out and it's straight out on the far side. Donnarumma. Pour that from Keane Lewis Potter. Respect City with all the 115 charges. Charges do not equal guilt. Not yet. They may do, but we don't know yet. Jordan Sawyer, hey Key, how's it going, Jordan? Welsh wing, Key watching Scotland v Haiti at 2 a.m. and only 2 people to do his quiz. Well, I don't know, you never know, we might have a lot of Haitians in. Might have to do some quizzes in Creole. What happened to Kevin Sharda? Remember he missed a sitter against Everton last month. I quite like Kevin Sharda. He's been linked a lot with Liverpool. Joseph said, are you staying up in the early hours of the morning for the watch-alongs in the World Cup? I am, mate. Yeah, 81 games I'm doing. 81 fixtures across 39 days. It's going to be a very, very tough, grueling schedule. Martin says, would you respect them when they get found guilty? The club, no, but I think the team and the players, you've got to differentiate what the team and the players have done between the what Pep and the players have done. That's not the same. If the club get found guilty of like hiding money, paying players or whatever, that's not the same as what Pep Guardiola and those players have done. I think it'd be a little bit bitter, wouldn't it, to say, oh well, they've cheated their way to it. At the end of the day, that was a phenomenal squad. That was a phenomenal team. No one's really going to argue that City were anything other than a fantastic team. It's just not. You're not going to argue it. Stian says, are you doing a watch along for any of the playoffs? I did the playoffs last night. We did Hull. That was a dreadful game. And to be honest, Southampton looked about the same. We're going to be doing the Middlesbrough-Southampton second leg. I'm going to be doing the playoff final. I'm going to try and do the League 1, League 2 playoff finals as well. Semenyo, unlucky. Harry Sinclair, Keith, if you have a medical emergency during a stream, where do we tell the ambulance to go? I don't know. I don't think you can. I suppose you just have to sit here and listen to me pass on. It'd be a bit of a weird one. Here's Semenyo. Far post. Headed back across. Ooh, unlucky. Kilo, will you be upset if this is a draw? Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, upset is a very strong word. I wouldn't be upset. I don't want City to drop points, though. I want City to win. Jordan, do you watch UFC? Looks like a great fight tonight, and the White House card also looks like it could be a good one as well. Not really, mate, no. No, I don't mind it, but I really don't go out my way to watch it, to be honest. Richard says, perfect timing. I've just got in from work now, 8 days off, and the footy's just kicked off not long ago. Good lad, 8 days off. Well done. Got through the worst of the working week, and now you've got a bit of time off. Shahid, Liverpool players on the beach, already very lacklustre performances from the Reds. That was being accused last year, though, wasn't it? Pete, it worked for Tommy Cooper. It did, yeah, and Sid James as well. Sid James was another one who died on stage. There's quite a few passed away on stage. Tiny Tim as well. Remember Tiny Tim, the guy who sang Tiptoe Through the Window, the song from Insidious? Yeah, that guy, Tiny Tim, and his ukulele or whatever it's called. Yeah, he died on stage. Sid James, Tommy Cooper, quite a few. Will says, Key, so what you're saying is we'll watch you pass away. Great entertainment for the neutral. No, I don't think you will, but there's every chance. There's always every chance. You have a fantasy team doing well? No, not really. I don't really play it. What's your favourite goal scored by a centre-back? Mine is Company's goal at the end of 18-19. Yeah, that one broke me. Favourite goal scored by a centre-back? Probably Dejan Lovren against Borussia Dortmund. Yeah, tiptoe through the tulips. That's the one. Tommy Cooper. Mr. Al-Shamari says, I hope City win by 4 or 5 goals to put pressure on Cringe FC for their game tomorrow. Please, City, do not disappoint us. Please, City, do not disappoint us. Hopefully not. No, hopefully not. We don't want to see me passing away. I'm sure some do. I'm sure some would get a sick pleasure in it. I'm planning on sticking around a bit longer yet, like. But yeah, there's every chance, I guess. I'm live for maybe 2 to 5 hours a day sometimes. So, yeah, there's every chance, I guess, that in that window, I snuff it. They laughed at Tommy because they thought it was all an act, but it wasn't. He died while people laughed. Hey, I bet, to be fair, I mean, I don't know, but he was a very, very funny man, Tommy Cooper. He might quite have embraced that, to be honest. That's a foul, ref. That's a foul, ref. Yeah, foul. Well done. That's a foul. Martin says, you're going to congratulate Arsenal when they win the league. I mean, I don't know what my congratulations would mean to Arsenal, but yeah, of course, if they want it, I'll give it to them. Pavard at the World Cup against Argentina, best defender goal. Risa would be another one against United. I love Tommy Cooper. Just like that. I've got a fez here somewhere as well, believe it or not. I don't know where it is. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Sam, I've made an idea to make paint more profitable. Go on, lad. Timbo, Alex's free kick versus Liverpool was beautiful. Thanks. Sarah, did Arsenal fans congratulate Liverpool last season? No, I don't think they did, actually. I'm sure they didn't. Aurelio, yeah. Aurelio was probably even better. I think that might well be my favourite from a full-back or a defender, full stop. That was a really, really good goal. But yeah, Dejan Lovren v Dortmund certainly would be another one. Cherky, foul on the full-back. Frederick says, I wonder if they'll give Arsenal a gold Champions League trophy for doing an invincible Champs League run if they win the final. Oh, please no. Please, dear God, no. London says, bro, please get scoreboard. I'm watching you from Amazon Forest. You can find a scoreboard. I've got a scoreboard. You just have to watch me over on the other place, the red play button. If you find me over there, you can go and search Key Thomas over on the place that starts with Y and sounds like Shmoo. If you go and find me over there, then you can see I've got a full overlay with live stats, the lineups, scoreboard, everything. Everything. Great ball in. Donnarumma punches it away. Doku clears it away. Brentford are a bad matchup for City. The physicality might be too much for City today. And Red Rebellion says, Chelsea fans going to enjoy not playing in Europe next season, or are they playing in Conference League next season? They could still be in the Europa League. I guess finishing sixth looks like it's probably not likely, but they could win the FA Cup, couldn't they? If they win the FA Cup, they're in the Europa League. Welsh Wing, we didn't congratulate Liverpool because you put up that cringe, always the bridesmaid, never the bride poster. Don't think they'll forget that. I mean, yeah, but we put that up after Odegaard giving it the big un. Odegaard doing this and handballing it and bouncing it and all that sort of stuff. Football and stuff says, I'm on the train home from the Amex. Come on, yes, Jack Hinchelwood's transformed into a machine. We spoke about him, didn't we, a few months ago, mate? Jack Hinchelwood, what a player. I'd love him to sign for Liverpool. 3 stars says, the only emergency situation for Key on the stream will be if Mrs. Key pops her head around the studio door and says she's going clothes shopping to buy a new designer outfit. Well, the stream would be ended rather swiftly. Timbo says, no need to be so angry. I think we'll get Europa next season, which we always win when we're in it anyway. True. Shmoo. There you go, blank face. Brentford strike. Good clearance away. Thick boy. Always talking about Arsenal. Not even sure which team you support. Lol. I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. Yeah, Liverpool fan. Did you watch the Southampton game? No. Didn't watch the Southampton game because it was on at the same time as Liverpool. But I will be watching the Southampton game against Middlesbrough, second leg on Tuesday night. Frederick says, I think we're all taking a piss when saying Arsenal fans are unbearable. It's a small fan base that are annoying and delusional. Most of the fans I know are just like every other fan of football. And with that, I would agree. Yes. Gamer Guru, that wasn't because of Odegaard. It was simply shitty behaviour from Liverpool fans. It's not shitty behaviour. It's a laugh. It's a joke. And it comes because Arteta was being a bit of a pleb. Favourite goal by centre-back this season was Dan Ballard v Arsenal in the 2-2 at the Stadium of Light. Arsenal hadn't conceded in 7 or 8 games. And Egbert says, which team has been relegated from the Premier League the most times? I think it's probably Burnley at this point, isn't it? Seem to have probably come back up the most times as well. JJ, where's home for you, mate? I am in the UK. I'm in the northwest of the UK. I was born originally, I grew up in a place called St Helens, which is about 20 minutes from Anfield. Ball pull back, about 20 minutes from Anfield, in between Liverpool and Manchester, there or thereabouts. Harry, I won't be in tomorrow as I'm working, and in Monday I'm volunteering, so maybe I'll be late. Well, fantastic, great to hear you volunteering. Something I've wanted to do more of, to be honest. I'd love to do more volunteering. Joseph says, what game are you watching Wednesday night? Inter, Lazio, final of the Coppa Italia or City? I think Wednesday is... I could be wrong, but hang on. What date is Wednesday? Wednesday is the 13th, right? Yeah, City Crystal Palace I've got. Samuel, does Liverpool need an overhaul of players? Yes. As I've been saying since about December time, we need about 7 or 8 new players. Egbert says, Key, it's Norwich. There you go, I stand corrected. Adam says, Chelsea may have an agreement with UEFA that they will not play in anything but the Champions League. They may drop out of the Europa even if they win the FA Cup. Sunderland needs a win or at least a draw. In what game? Haaland, just over the bar, unlucky. First big chance of the game. Erling Haaland heads it over the bar and City continue to push forward. If City drop points today, the league's over. Yes, the league is definitely over. If City drop points today, that's it. That is it. It is done. But I think tomorrow, we're going to be live tomorrow for Arsenal, and I think Arsenal drop points tomorrow. I think we get a win for City today, and Arsenal drop points tomorrow against West Ham. Just to throw the whole relegation battle into the mire. Will there be any shock moves this summer after the World Cup? Maybe even during the World Cup. Got to remember, the World Cup runs, because it's an expanded tournament, the World Cup starts on June the 11th and it finishes on July the 19th. The new Premier League season starts about a month after that, and the Championship season starts even before that. So the transfer window still only runs to the end of August, start of September. There's not going to be too long for teams to get the ducks in a row if they wait until after the World Cup. There'll be conversations going on at the World Cup. What a ball that is! That's a foul, ref. That's a foul, ref. Oh, Nico O'Reilly. Oh no, unlucky. City must win all 4. Arsenal lose 1 in the last 3. And Samuel says, would Igor Thiago suit Liverpool? No. We don't need another centre forward. Someone asked me if I'd accept losing the FA Cup final if it meant West Ham beat Arsenal, and I'm actually not sure what my answer is. Oh, of course you're sure. Oh, Brentford are in. Big chance. What are you doing? That's a foul. I tell you what. Oh, I don't like this. This one might get checked for VAR. I tell you what. If he clatters into him here, this could be a bad one. Matheus Nunes could be off, or it could be a Brentford penalty. I think he's onside. There's no problem here. If he touches him, he's off. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Nunes. Nah. No, nothing wrong with that. That's a dive from Sharda. It's 0-0. So close, though. So close. Sharda was one-on-one with Donnarumma, and it was a dive. Timbo, you're right, Key. I'd take West Ham beating Arsenal every time. That's it. How many FA Cups have you won? How many times have you seen Arsenal? I mean, you've seen Arsenal bottle it probably more FA Cups than you've won, to be fair, as well. It's not a penalty. It was outside the area, and it wasn't a foul or a free kick anyway. It was definitely not. Long ball forward. Semenyo heads it away. Nathan Collins back out, but City just about get the right. That's a fabulous pass over to Nico O'Reilly. Come on. Come on, City. Here's Doku. Inside. Strike. Corner to City. Here we go. Mr. Al-Shamari says, I don't care who they are. Whenever English teams play in Europe, I want them to win. So come on, Villa, Palace and PSG. Yes. Harry Sinclair, some club will be duped into signing a player from the World Cup who'll turn out to be poor. El Hadj Diouf and Salif Diao. Strike. Oh, just over. Just over. S. Mason, Brentford robbed of a pen. You must be joking me. They never touched him. It's outside the area for one and he never touched him anyway. Can't wait for Chelsea to sign a bunch of players who do well at the World Cup just for them to be rubbish. Why is this is, do you know what? Tijani Reinders has been a proper weird signing for City, hasn't he? I remember him having his first game. It was against Wolves, wasn't it? City played Wolves at Molineux and they won 5-0. And everyone was like falling over themselves to say, oh my God, look at this player City have signed. He's an absolute world beater. Now, since then, he's played a lot of games, mainly off the bench. And every time I've watched him, he's been god-awful. He's been absolutely shocking. Faz says, who are you supporting now? I'm supporting Manchester City, mate. You knew that, didn't you? That was a facetious question. That was a silly question, wasn't it? Come on, you were being a bit silly there, I think. Salif Diao was not as bad as Diouf. No, he wasn't. He certainly wasn't. Diouf was just a dreadful person as well as a dreadful player. If a City player has a bad season and they spend 80 million on them, they'll just replace them with another 80 million pound player. And Timbo says, in general, you always pick the Champions League, don't you? But Arsenal fans would probably say rather the league. I don't think they would, you know. I reckon if... In fact, let's ask the Arsenal fans in the chat, right? If you're an Arsenal fan in the chat, you can only win one, the league or the Champions League. Which one are you winning? Now, I think it's more humiliating. It's more humiliating to throw the league away at this point. So I think their answer might be guided by which would be more embarrassing if they lost. It would be the league, wouldn't it? If they got beat against PSG but won the league, they'd still be at least be able to kind of say, well, that's a monkey off our back. We've won the league. It's not 22 years anymore. We've won the league. Whereas if they win the Champions League, that's amazing because Arsenal, for such a big club, have never ever won a European Cup. So it's kind of a bit of a point of shame for Arsenal to some degree that they've never actually won a European Cup. But if you could only win one, Gabriel's left bollock says he's Champions League. Lenny says the league 100%. Okay, Welshwing says league. Lewis says I want the Premier League. Red Rebellion, Marmouche as well. They were claiming he's the next Salah. Lenny says, I don't understand why you'd support City considering they shat on Liverpool for years in the league. How did they shit on Liverpool for years in the league? They were just better than us. I don't know where that's... Where have they shat on us? They've not shat on us. They were just better than us. They were a fabulous team. And it's frustrating. I am absolutely... But I would be bitter, wouldn't I? If I said, oh, I want City to lose everything because they beat us, then I would be being bitter, wouldn't I? That would be bitterness. Because you could say, well, it's because City battered Liverpool so much. No, it's nothing to do with that. City were the better side over a number of years. It was always very tight. And the best Liverpool side that I've ever seen in my lifetime, unfortunately, came second a lot of times to City. Shahid says Arsenal have only won the European Cup Winners' Cup in '94. City, Doku, gets in the area. Get it right, Haaland. Oh, must be. Hit it. Oh, so close. Nearly 1-0. Kelleher takes it. Welshwing, I'm curious to see who Spurs fans are supporting tomorrow. Spurs fans are supporting Arsenal tomorrow. Don't make any mistake over that one. They're supporting Arsenal, I'm telling you. Definitely supporting Arsenal. Oh, look at that. Prodded towards goal by Ake and very nearly 1-0 to City. Then he says, same story with this Arsenal team then, isn't it, Keith? Surely you'd have sympathy rather than hating. It's not hating. It's not hating, Lenny. It's not hating at all. It's just saying that I don't like the way you play football. That's all it is. I have no issue with Arsenal, the football club, no issue with Arsenal, the fans or the players. I actually quite like a lot of the players. I just don't want to see that style of play rewarded with success. So that's my issue. My issue is Arteta, his philosophy, his general outlook and risk-averse negative approach. That's all it is. Nothing to do with anyone else. Nothing to do with hate, anyway. Spurs fans I watch online said they want a draw tomorrow. Yeah, I think they'd probably be inclined. A draw's probably the only right result, isn't it? I'm Mancini. If you could take 2 players from Arsenal, who would you take? Timber and Rice. Easy. City with the ball in. Far post. Brentford just about get it away. Damsgaard. Loses it. Cherky back out to the right-hand side. Bernardo Silva. Hit it, lad. Hit it. Oh, fucking shite. JJ says, dislike of style is not hate. Exactly. Yeah. Lenny says, fair enough, but a lot of your content is based around winding up Arsenal fans. Well, it's only winding up Arsenal fans if they determine that me saying I don't want them to win the league is winding them up. That's not winding them up. That's how I actually feel. What you're saying is that's rage bait. Which it's only rage bait if you're saying I don't actually feel that way. And I absolutely assure you that I do. I don't want Arsenal to win the league or the Champions League because I don't want them rewarded for this style of play. That's it. That's a very, very consistent message I've had for a long time. Nothing to do with hate. And as I said, if it was all about winding Arsenal fans up, then I wouldn't have missed an Arsenal game all season. We've missed quite a few. We've missed quite a few Arsenal games. Marcus is rooting for City. Yep, you got it. The old blue light behind should tell you. I'm not being wound up by you. It's fueling my celebration at the end of the season. And that's fair enough. That's fine. That's what football's about, isn't it? That's what football's about. You give it me, I give it you. End of the season. If you've won, I'm sure I'll get plenty of stick. If Arsenal fluff it and don't win anything, then I'm going to be laughing my balls off. And I'll be everywhere. It'll be brilliant. I will, at that point, yeah, it probably will be a little bit of rage. Because I'll be like, I've got to dine out on this. But it ain't happening. Arsenal are winning the league. They are going to win the league. I'm hoping that they don't, but they are going to win it. They've got to win it. Of course they've got to win it. Key is the football style, police sergeant. I'm just a purist. I enjoy watching football. I watch a lot of football. And I don't like teams being negative. I want to see teams, especially when they've got the players. Like, I can understand teams who haven't got the players. Like, teams like Sam Allardyce at Bolton, right? Sam Allardyce at Bolton had a lot of players who maybe were just... He had a bit of talent, but they were just players who'd run through brick walls for him. And David Moyes at Everton, to some degree, never necessarily had the best squad, but made the best of it. Arteta's got some cracking footballers, some really, really good footballers, and chooses not to use them. Jellyfish, I went to the bank and said, can you check my balance? They pushed me over. Lewis says, we played attacking football and never won under Arteta, so he changed style. I disagree. I've never seen Arteta play attacking football. CG says, banter doesn't exist anymore, created a society of crybabies. Yeah, that's kind of true. Shahid City wanted to call one of their stands Bell End after a famous City player, Colin Bell, but changed their mind. Would you have a window for managers so they can't get sacked willy-nilly? No. No. AO says, hey, Key, United Strand will not be cutting his hair this season after the draw. I said it's going to go into next year. I think he's going to be in... I think he's going to still have that big bushy curly hair. I think he'll still have it into 2027. MC huddle again. Yeah, Pep Guardiola and his players just having a little huddle. Alf says, so is it going to be to the last day of the season or no? Looks like it. Yes, may well be. Harry says, Key, if you could pick one of Liverpool's finish above us or Arsenal bottom of the league, which one would you pick? Oh, Arsenal bottom of the league. Yeah. What, Liverpool finished third and United finished fourth? Or Arsenal bottom of the league? Arsenal bottom of the league. That's dead easy. That's easy. Yeah, I absolutely would take finishing below United if Arsenal bottom of the league. Yeah, no problem with that. No problem with that. United finishing third and Liverpool finishing fourth means nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. We both get Champions League football. The difference is they maybe get another 1.3 million in prize money. Like, enjoy it. You can get it. I'd pay that. If I had it in loose change, I'd pay that for Arsenal to bottle the league. Should Spurs fans cheer for Arsenal, says JRPZ, so West Ham drop points, or cheer for West Ham so Arsenal can bottle the league? What do you think? I think they'll go for a draw tomorrow. Arsenal Africa Network says, my friend, you know I respect you as a fair analysis. You know Arteta has played attacking football for more than 3 seasons. I disagree. No, I disagree. I think his approach is quite rigid, and it always has been. I disagree. I think, don't get me wrong, there's certainly been seasons before where he took more chances than he does now. But if anything, as his time at Arsenal has gone on, he's become gradually more and more and more pragmatic and takes fewer and fewer chances. And what we're seeing is almost the Arteta max level. You know, Ultimo Arteta. Mega Teta. And it's probably going to be the nadir for English football. I don't even know, says Pep Guardiola, it's squeaky bum time. It may just be the end. It's time to get that ball up the pitch and score unless you want to bottle a comeback. And Red Rebellion says, football is supposed to be enjoyed. Just like in your personal life or career, you experience lows and highs, failures and success. It's no different to what happens in football with every team. Whoa, hey, oh, little scrap there. Little scrap there between Bernardo Silva and Nathan Collins. Whoa, I wonder what's going on here, ref. Let's have a little look at it. Ref's saying no, but let's just have a little VAR on it. Let's have a little VAR, please, sir. Let's get a Nathan Collins red card and a penalty to City, please. Yellow card for Bernardo Silva. Anyone else? Any other yellow card? He is a little rat bag, though, isn't he, Bernardo Silva, to be fair? Won't surprise me if he's done something a bit rat behaviour here. What's he done? Ooh! Yeah, Bernardo Silva probably should be off there. Bernardo Silva probably should be off. Should be off. Pete says, will we have to go through a qualifying round to get Champions League next season, Keith? No, mate, no. No, we're straight in. RCPV, how's it going? My predictions from tomorrow. Arsenal draw, Barca win, Tottenham win. Hi from Honduras. Lots of love to San Pedro Sula. Frederick says, for being a first manager's job, Keith Andrews is doing really well. And how's that not a red, by the way, says Joe. It should have been a red. It was a clear red card for me. That Bernardo Silva should be off the pitch. Here's Doku. Out to Semenyo. Eleanor Torres says, City fan from India. Far post. Oh, nearly. Brentford just about squeeze it away. Doku, foul, referee, and a City free kick. Right on the edge of the box. Come on, City. Come on, City. Mancini, what a shocker. No red card for Silva. Gets away with reds 2-3 times every single season. Slimy little wank. I never liked him. No, I've never liked Bernardo Silva either. I've always admired him as a player, though. Fabulous player. Vagabundo. Good to see you, Vagabundo. Joe Story says, imagine if it was the other way around. It should have been a red. That should have been a red card. That is violent conduct from Bernardo Silva. No doubt about that. Right, who's taking this free kick now? Cherky's over it, Semenyo's over it, Reinders is over it. City owners buying the refs again. No, City owners aren't buying the refs. None of the refs are being paid by City. Alf says, can you give me a prediction for the PSG v Arsenal game? 6-0 PSG. Kane missing a pen the one time I have him first goal scorer, of course. Right, Cherky free kick here. Come on. Semenyo's over it. Cherky's over it. 39 minutes on the clock. Semenyo's having a word with Cherky, which usually suggests it's going to be a Cherky free kick. Cherky steps up. Terrible free kick. It's come out to Doku. Doku, got to find the right pass. Got to find the right pass. Over the bar. Corner to City. Yeah. If Brentford score, I can't celebrate. I'll just be jaw dropped. Here's Semenyo. Played out to the far side. Here's Cherky again. Is it still 0 right now? It is, yes. Still 0-0. 40th minute. Bernardo Silva. Got to find the right pass. Semenyo. Go on, get the ball in the box. Get at him. What are you doing? Oh. That's a throw-in. Joel says, by the way, Key, you have some banging music taste. Do you enjoy them? Good, aren't they? I enjoy the little stories I put on of a morning. I always try and get some cheeky songs in there that people might recognise. This morning we went with Planet Funk and Chase the Sun. The Darts song, isn't it? The Darts song, Chase the Sun. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This ends 0-0 and we win tomorrow. Surely it's over. I think if this ends 0-0, even if you don't win tomorrow, even if this is 0-0 and then Arsenal drop points against West Ham tomorrow, even then, I still think it's over. Because there's just not enough games left. Mr. B, who is going down? I think West Ham. But I'm hoping West Ham gets something tomorrow. Here's Doku in the area. Ball pulled back. Oh, and again, City so close. Just cleared away. This ends 0-0. I can't see it ending 0-0. I think there's going to be a goal in this one. Oh, come on. Key, your prediction for PSG v Arsenal was 3-1. Oh yeah, my actual prediction was 3-1. Pokey says Liverpool not doing well right now, I heard. No, not doing brilliantly. But we are kind of where we are. We're fourth. That's kind of how good our squad is. We're not underperforming. We're not overperforming. We're just performing. That's kind of where Liverpool are. Random shorts. Get some more tears for us. I'll hydrate. I'll hydrate. Get a little drink in. 115 charges for the win. Charges is not guilt. Arsenal fans should be very, very competent with that. As a Canadian, I'm completely baffled by how much crowd and emotion there is at the darts. Is it mostly alcohol fueled? Yes, it is. It's the same with the cricket. People don't really go to the darts and the cricket without getting absolutely bladdered. It's like it's a cultural thing, yeah. The darts and the cricket is where you go and you get absolutely sozzled. City lacks that pivot without Rodri. They're certainly missing a bit of sturdiness in the middle of the park, aren't they? Brentford have got to get the points for Europe race spot. Cherky, unlucky. Mancini says after winning the league and then spending 400 million, I think Liverpool 100% are underachieving this season. They should be fighting for the title, in my opinion, as defending champions and spending that amount. But that's not looking at the deeper problem. That's like a. I think that's if you're looking for a problem, isn't it? I think if you're being a fair-minded football fan, nobody would say that Liverpool are underachieving this season, given the fact that we sold Luis Diaz, didn't replace him. The signings that we have brought in are all 18 to 21, 22, kids basically. And the ones that we've brought in that are maybe a bit more mature have been out injured all season. You look at Isak being out pretty much for all the season. Frimpong, Leone, massive freak injury to Hugo Ekitike. Injuries to both of our first and second choice goalkeepers, so that we've had to play at Old Trafford and the Hill Dickinson with our third choice goalkeeper. And against Palace. We've had to play games with our third choice goalkeeper this season. Which I don't think any other team have had to do, to be honest. Trevor, the most boring team has scored the most goals, apparently. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's all relative. You're probably the most efficient, maybe even the most effective attacking side. But you're definitely not the most attacking side, are you? No, definitely not the most attacking. Is Arne Slot a fraud? No, he's a genius. He's one of only 2 men in 30 plus years to lift the league title at Liverpool. What are you doing, Donnarumma? Sweet Jesus. Paul Molyneux, how's it going, lad? Good to see you, Reese. Jack says, would you not say you've achieved from what was being said in August and September? I mean, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think in August and September, well, maybe we have overachieved or underachieved from what was being said then. But then you have to look at, since August and September, what's happened. Like, Isak broke his leg. Ekitiki's done his ACL. Leone done his ACL. Endo done his ACL. It's not easy to just ignore all that. Ryan O'Halloran says, Arsenal fan here, we're definitely a lot more calculated this season with how we play score. Yeah, absolutely. And I would still argue you're the most efficient, maybe the most efficient side, certainly in the Premier League, probably not Europe, but certainly in the Premier League. Ouattara to upset the odds here. He's not even on the pitch. Ouattara's on the bench. Hope the shackles come off next season if we win. How likely do you think that is, though? If Arteta's philosophy is to be risk-averse, to be a lot more calculating, as you're saying, then what makes you think that at the end of the season he goes, do you know what? We won the league by being really pragmatic and risk-averse and quite negative sometimes. But do you know what? Next season, I'm going to take the chains off. I'm going to really have a go at them. That, if anything, what it's going to do is confirm, isn't it, that this is how you need to play. So he's going to be more like that next season, more solid, more more negative. Joe says, your fan base is an absolute mess at the minute. If I was Slot, I would leave, won the league and gets treated like muck because his name isn't Klopp. A new manager won't change anything. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the reason Liverpool fans are sadly going in the minority at the moment, feels like a lot have just made their mind up with Arne Slot. And do you know what the thing is? There's actually a lot of Liverpool fans starting to become really honest about it now. They've started to admit what we've been saying about them all season. It's not actually anything to do with the manager. It's not the manager. It's not the results. It's not the tactics. He doesn't hug the players. He doesn't fist bump the fans. Fist bump the crowd. He doesn't say nice things in his post-match. you know, he's also the guy who's got rid of Mo Salah, isn't he? So he's always going to get stick for that. Always going to get stick for that. Right, half time here. It is Manchester City 0, Brentford 0. But yeah, I agree. Choo Choo says, if the reason you hate Arsenal is the fan base, then your fan base is awful for Arsenal as well. I don't hate Arsenal, and if I did, I don't hate it because of the fan base. I actually quite like the fans. I've got plenty of nice Arsenal fans who come and watch football with me every single day on this channel. No problem with Arsenal fans. Ryan, how far off, in your honest opinion, are Liverpool? I think another 2 seasons. I don't think we're... Next season, we won't be challenging. Next season, it's going to be more of the same. Because we're going to move another 6 or 7 players out and bring another 6 or 7 in. Reece says Liverpool are after Barcola and Arsenal too. Not a great half of football, says Shahid. No. Like a season or 2 to rebuild and contend, or next year in contention. No, I don't think we contend next year. I think the season after that. I think we're aiming for kind of 27, 28. Yeah? 27, 28, there or thereabouts. That'll probably be the year that we maybe push on. City to win, of course. Yes. Right. He's bald too. I hate baldism. That's it as well. Mr. Portus, big up Key. It's sad to see Man City booing their own fans and the news about them abusing their own players. Come on, brutal. I've not seen anyone... Is that what happened? Did they boo City then? I didn't hear. Did City boo the players then? Did that happen? Stand-up comedy short. Forgetting whether you like Slot or not, would you fancy Alonso? No. If Slot leaves, the last manager I want is Xabi Alonso. Definitely not. Not Xabi Alonso. Definitely not Xabi Alonso. Andy, how's it going? Right. Half-time quiz. Excuse me. Right, hang on a second. Being honest, everyone should be aiming to become good whenever Pep leaves. Yep. Right. Manchester City. Manchester City. I think we've already done this. I think it's important for Arteta to beat Pep to the title before he leaves. Manny, you're a Liverpool fan, but you're always ranting about City. Makes a change. Apparently, I'm always ranting about Arsenal and Man United. John Devlin, good lad, good to see you. Cheers, John. CG, did you know You Never Walk Alone was actually United's anthem before LFC? No, I don't agree with that. Don't agree with that at all. Well, I'll tell you what, this is a slight curveball. But I'm going to give it to you anyway. Can you tell me, given we were going to watch... I usually try to make the quiz link the game, but tonight we've not really got the quiz link in the game. Can you name for me the top 20 Premier League goal scorers for Sunderland? Given we were watching Sunderland against... Or we were planning to watch Sunderland against Man United, can you name for me the top 20 Premier League goal scorers for Sunderland? Right, here we go. Kevin Phillips. Kevin Phillips is number 1 with 61, sorry. Darren Bent. Darren Bent is 3rd. Niall Quinn. Niall Quinn is 4th. Well done, Jellyfish. Niall Guinness. Adam Johnson. Adam Johnson is not in the top 20. No. No chance on taking part in this, Joe. Oh, here we go. Asamoah Gyan. Yeah, Asamoah Gyan is 14th. Come on, the Mackhams, Joe. Lee Cattermole. Lee Cattermole's not in the top 20. Jermaine Defoe, Clarkey. Yep, Jermaine Defoe's 2nd. Jermaine Defoe's 2nd. So we're doing the top 20 Premier League goal scorers for Sunderland. Kevin Phillips is top, then it's Defoe, then it's Bent, then it's Quinn. If not Federico Fernandez. Fabio Barini is 9th. Yeah, Fabio Barini's 9th. Keep them coming. Keep them guessing. Name as many Sunderland players as you can. Larson. Yeah, Seb Larson is 11th. Kenwyn Jones, Jelly. Well done. Kenwyn Jones is 5th. Kieran Richardson is 10th. Yeah. Remove my mod this instance. Seb Larson is there. Yeah. Need some more. Do you know what? I said Adam Johnson wasn't there. He is. Adam Johnson is there. Adam Johnson's number 7. I can't believe I missed it. Yeah, Adam Johnson is the 7th top goal scorer for Sunderland in Premier League history. Brian Brobby. No. Not Brian Brobby. Not Xhaka. Sessegnon. Yes, Sessegnon is 8th. You've got all of them in the top 11 apart from one. Yeah, Adam Johnson is 7th, mate. I apologise. I looked at the list and completely overlooked it. Jordan Henderson, no, not Jordan Henderson. Don Hutchinson is, though. Yeah, Don Hutchinson is 17th. Timbo, I'm not even reading that comment out. I can't read that comment out. You'll have me, I'll be finished. Cancelled. Campbell, forgot about him. Fraser Campbell, no, not Fraser Campbell. Not Altidore. Fletcher, yes, Stephen Fletcher is number 6. Chopra, Michael Chopra is 8th. Kieran Richardson we've got. Kenwyn Jones we've already got. Cisse, no. Oh, sorry, Cisse, yes, 15th. Jibril Cisse, 15th. Kevin Kilban is 20th. Yeah. Connor Wickham, 12th. Not Lee Cattermole. You've got 1, 2, 3. 3 left to get. And one of them is an ex-Arsenal player. One of them ex-Arsenal, one of them ex-Chelsea. Van Aanholt. Yes, Van Aanholt, ex-Chelsea. Not Isidore. Not Cattermole. Not Adam Lallana. No, never played for Sunderland. Craig Gardner. Craig Gardner, yes. Well Googled. And there you go, the Arsenal's got it. Lord Bentner is 16th. There you go. Bit of a rogue quiz, that one, tonight. But there you go. That's the top 20 Sunderland Premier League. In fact, let me say them again. I didn't read them out at the end, did I? I always read them out. The top 20 Sunderland goal scorers in Premier League history. Kevin Phillips, then it's Jermaine Defoe, Darren Bent, Niall Quinn, Kenwyn Jones, Stephen Fletcher, Adam Johnson, Stefan Sessegnon, Fabio Barini, Kieran Richardson, Seb Larson used to score lots and lots of free kicks, Connor Wickham, who was once a wonder kid at Ipswich Town, wasn't he? Then it was Craig Gardner, Asamoah Gyan, Jibril Cisse, Nicholas Bentner, Lord Bentner, Don Hutchison, Michael Chopra, Patrick Van Aanholt, and Kevin Kilban. Right, well, there you go. Billy says, hi Key, not been watching the game. Should City have had 2 reds? No, they shouldn't have had 2 reds. They should possibly have had 1, though. They definitely shouldn't have had the first red, which everyone seems to have forgotten about, and it wasn't a red. It wasn't a red at all. It was Sharda was running clean through on goal, and Nunes, it kind of, yeah, he didn't touch him. It was a dive from Sharda. It was outside the area anyway. It would never have been a penalty, but it was kind of a stumble, and they didn't connect anyway. It would have been a dive. But yeah, the referee quickly said no, and VAR cleared it anyway. So no red card for the first one. The second one, though, Bernardo Silva's on the ground, and he elbows the back of the leg of a Sunderland player. It's violent of a Brentford player. It's violent conduct. However you want to dress it up, it is violent conduct. I would have thought that would have been a red card. But then again, we're in a world where Gabriel head-butted Haaland and didn't get a red card. So, swings and roundabouts. Timbo says, I won't respond as I'm sure you're still sad about Thursday. Daddy O says, just here to make sure nobody's taking the Lord's name in vain. I'd never would. Never ever. Egbert says, how many goals does Darren Bent have? I didn't write it down, or if I have, I've not got my book now, so I don't know. City as a club seem vibeless to me, says Mr. Potus. Just a bunch of mercenaries playing in an empty stadium. Oh. Air Force Ones, Keith Thomas. I will have something to say once the league's over. I can't wait to hear it. Frederick says, imagine that if Arsenal wins the Champions League, then Kepa has won the Champions League 3 times with 3 different teams in 5 years' time. Has he? Hey? He's won the Champions League 3 times. Has he? Why? Who was he with before? Oh, he was on loan at Madrid, of course. Oh, I always forget that. I always forget he was at Madrid. Man City generational performances the second half or title over. I don't think if City don't win, Arsenal don't even have to win tomorrow. I agree. No, I agree. I think if City don't win, they have to somehow. They have to win. They have to win. They absolutely have to win. Yeah, they absolutely have to win, City. We're in a world where Kusanov takes out Havertz last man and doesn't get sent off. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Crazy stat for a backup goalkeeper. Yeah. 3 Champions Leagues in 3 successive years. Blimey. Oh, with 3 teams anyway, not 3 successive years. Vey Victi says, Bruno got elbowed in the face today. No red card for that neither. I know, but that's because it's Bruno Fernandes. I think you're allowed to do it when it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, do you know what? He's a whinge bag, ain't he, Bruno Fernandes? He's done fantastically well for United this season, but yeah. No sound. Oh, God, don't say that. Hang on. Right, am I back? I'm back now. Okay, good. Good. Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus. Right. Graham, hi everyone, how are you all today? I am very well, mate. How are you, more importantly? Timbo says, my brother's a Liverpool fan. He's adamant that wasn't a pen on Pedro. I personally don't see how it couldn't be. No, it was. It was a pen. Frimpong sticks his right leg through him, gets none of the ball, and they just tangle and fall over. It's a definite pen. Nailed on. We'd be screaming blue murder if that wasn't a pen for us. Right, second half, here we go. Manchester City have got 45 minutes to save the season. They have to win. There's no sort of, oh, here we go, big chance. Oh, fucking hell, so quick. Nearly out for the second half there. Nico O'Reilly straight at it. Raylan, love the Malaga kit. Cheers, man. James says Arsenal are 45 minutes away from winning the league if it stays like this. I would agree. Yeah, this is basically the league title right here. Could Arsenal lift it? Egbert says, what year did you become a Liverpool fan? I mean, technically I was a Liverpool fan from the moment I was born, right? So, but the year I guess I started watching football was probably about 93, 94. Just as Fowler was coming through. Harry says first time for all English Europe finals, isn't it? Eh? First time what that there's been an English side in every single tournament? Maybe, possibly. I don't know actually. Maybe. Thanks, Timbo. Sarah says, hey Luke, at least I'm consistent. You are indeed. Very consistent. Morgan Gibbs-White. Where do we think Morgan Gibbs-White, now Forest look like they're staying up. Obviously, they're not going to have Champions League football next season, which was seen as a bit of a curveball. Maybe if they got Champions League football, a few players might stay. Do you think, 3-star as a Forest fan, do you think that Murillo, Elliot Anderson, Gibbs-White, do you still think they're all going? Do you think some might stay? Ross says, what teams do you think get Europe this year? I think Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth will get Champions League football. As it stands, Villa will probably finish 5th and win the Europa League. Bournemouth will get Champions League football as a result. That means that Palace will be in the Europa League, because I think they'll win the Conference League. Which leaves probably... Brighton, maybe. Maybe Brentford, who knows? Brentford are going to play Liverpool at Anfield last day, and I don't see him winning. I'm going to go for Brighton. I think Brighton did well today. So I'm going to go for Brighton and Bournemouth to sneak in. Cherky, come on, City. Come on. Oh, that's poor from Cherky. Very poor. I think Anderson is a bit rough and probably won't suit a big team. Wharton is a better choice. Frederick Blomberg, what team will Thiago get next season? Or will get Thiago? For me, I'm not that fussed with Thiago. I think he's a bit of an overrated. He's a bit of a catfish. Timbo, I think Forest needed to win that Europa League to keep them all now. Anderson definitely leaves. Gibbs-White, I'm not sure, because everyone has number 10s already. He can play wide though, can't he? He seems to have a bit of the Morgan Rogers about him. Can play wide and drift in. Joe says, could you see Areola staying if the Cherries get Champions League? No, they've already appointed Marco Rose. They've already appointed a new manager. It's already been confirmed. They've literally put a statement out. He's signed. He's done. I'm the best ever in the world. The most humble username I think we've ever had on the channel. Who do you think will be the first manager to get sacked in the 2026-27 season? David Moyes. David Moyes. Sevilla fell off from nowhere. Yeah, Sevilla. Few teams struggling this year. Not just Sevilla. Daddy, all right, love you all. I can't stick around or watch the game in any capacity. Don't want to jinx it. Have a good evening. Take it easy, mate. Yeah, Bundesliga. Obviously, Wolfsburg are playing Bayern today, and they are in the relegation zone. Brentford, big chance, and Donnarumma comes out and cleans it out. Geordie Dex, worst day of your life, 30th of May. I'll be here for it, mate. I will be here. Finn, Key, do you think Arsenal win the Prem or the Champions League? Prem. Oh, great run. Great run. Cherky. Oh, fucking shite. Jack Brockman, do you think losing Grealish negatively impacted Haaland's game? No, I don't think Haaland's ever been reliant on Jack Grealish personally. I think he was a good player for City, but he was never in the side anywhere near. I mean, that's why he's at Everton, isn't he? He's at Everton because he didn't play enough. Brentford down the right-hand side. Here's Damsgaard. Wonderful ball in. Thiago in the area. Brentford still pushing forward. Finners Matty Hakey, not very happy right now. Torquay have just lost to Hornchurch in extra time in the playoff final. 3-2. Poor Torquay. Do you still think City win the Prem? No. I thought City would win the Prem at the start of the season, but no, I think Arsenal do now. Mr. Portos, has anyone just heard anyone in the commentators call out the crowd? Lift from the crowd would be needed to pick up this team. It's empty in there and this team is battling for the title. It is, I mean, it is frustrating. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's empty, but there is an argument to say that City fans have been spoiled and as a result, maybe they're less vocal than they should be. Graham Harris, who do you think would be good enough out of the Coventry City team to keep for the Prem? I mean, they've got a lot of players. They have got a lot of talent, Coventry, haven't they? There's a lot of players in there that I look at. I mean, Van Uwick's an absolutely fantastic player on the right-hand side. They've got players definitely who could go in and do a job and plug a gap, I guess. But I think they really do have to go and sign 8 or 9. Yeah, they've got to be ruthless this summer, Coventry. James, if City draw again, is it now a bottle? No, because that suggests they had to be in control of it to bottle it, and they've never been in control of it. Therefore, it can't be a bottle. Just by definition, it can't be a bottle. It's only a bottle if they've literally been in charge of it and then threw it away, which Arsenal have done many, many times, but no, not for City. But you can call it one if you want. I mean, it's no skin off my nose. You can call it what you want. Call it a bottle if you want. City fans looking very nervous though, aren't they? They are very, very nervous. When will City get hit with the punishment for the violations? Well, that's assuming they see. This is it. Everyone's already made their mind up. They've definitely guilty, according to everyone. But they might not be. You never know. The investigation has been completed. Apparently, the decision has already been made. They're just waiting to publish it at the end of the season. So we'll know at the end of the season, according to all rumours, sources, whatever. Jellyfish, who'll be manager of Madrid, Kate. It's looking like it's going to be Mourinho, isn't it? FC26 covers. If you had a pen that would save your life, who would you let take it? Robbie Fowler. Yeah, Robbie Fowler. The definition of he was so good. Actually, Gerrard didn't really miss penalties. Not really. I think Dennis Irwin would be another one. Dennis Irwin didn't miss penalties for United. I think if I was looking for a penalty taker, he'd probably be up there as well. Stevie G says CG. Here's Brentford. Big chance this. Thiago. Good save from Donnarumma and put behind. Big moment in the game, that one. Brentford had a massive chance. Massive chance. Timbo, the correct answer is Letitia. As much as he's a wanker now, he scored 48 out of 49, which is by far the best Premier League record for someone who's taken that many. Makes you think, though, doesn't it? Makes you think. 48-49. Makes you think. Harry Sinclair, why not me, Key? Do you not trust me to score a penalty? I'll be honest, Harry, when it came to a question of who to take a penalty to save my life, you didn't immediately come to mind. Yeah. Not immediately, anyway. Conor Gerrard missed one at Blackburn, did he not? He did. Yes, he did. Didn't miss many, though. Every player's missed one. Most of them, anyway. Generic Gooner, enjoying this classic, are we, Key? Or will you blame the opposition for this one? You seem to blame Arsenal when they face this type of tactic. What do you mean, face this type of tactic? What type of tactic are you referring to? Brentford, chance. Strike, far post, straight out of play, goal kick. Why wouldn't you trust yourself to take it, Key? Well, do you know what? I think I would, actually. I think I would. Yeah, I wouldn't want my life in anyone else's hands. What's Bruno's pen record? Christ, I'm not giving it Bruno. I've slated him all season. He'd sky it just for shits and gigs. Johnny, have you seen the goal in the Stevenage v Stockport game? It was so bad. I haven't seen it as yet. Brentford have started the second half really, really well here. They've had a couple of big chances and already it's looking like Brentford probably more likely to score second half here. This is maybe where City can hit them on the counter-attack. City are making a couple of changes already. Foden and Marmoush coming on. Attacking changes, positive changes for City. The type you would not see being made from a certain other Spaniard. Gerrard scored 46 penalties and missed 9. Terrible, that, isn't it? Shocking. Basically giving me an 80-20 chance, basically, of staying alive if I give it to Gerrard. Joe, if you miss, though, the next day your missus would have to come on the channel, remember? She would. Noah, do you think Arsenal win the league and Spurs will get relegated, and will City win the FA Cup? I think Arsenal win the league, Spurs won't get relegated, and City will win the FA Cup, yes. Here's Doku. City do a domestic double as Pep leaves. Maybe that's what we see. City over to the right-hand side. Come on, Semenyo. Come on. 58 minutes on the clock. Get at him. Go on, lad. In the area. Ball back. Cherky, what are you doing? Hit it. Terrible. Back out to Semenyo. Doku. Wonderful play. Oh, what a pass. Nico O'Reilly. Claim for offside. Never going to get it. Do you think Leeds will qualify for Europe next season? No. No, not at all. Leeds aren't qualifying for Europe. Back out to Doku. Go on, Doku. Go on. Another repeat of Everton. Get at him. Wonderful play. Corner kick, City. Corner to City. Kane's a decent pen taker, but misses pressure pens. And Timbo, I have a funny, deluded feeling that we could shock people and win that final. We do well as the underdogs in finals normally. Chelsea aren't beat it. Well, they might do. They might do. Right, Marmoush and Foden about to come on. Reinders going off. No surprise there. Reinders has been shocking. He's going off for Foden. And Cherky. Cherky off for Marmoush. Wowzers. That is a very, very bold move from Pep Guardiola. Cherky off for Marmoush. Foden off for Reinders. Very positive changes, though. Again, the type that you would not see from Mikel Arteta. Here we go. Doku gives the ball away. Wins it back, though. Doku, strike! Yes! Get in there! It's Doku! Hey! Get in there, City! They're back at the top of the table. Very soon, when Arsenal drop points tomorrow, they're going to be there. Go on, City. Let's have it. Doku. Excellent goal. Excellent goal from City. And they're back in the race. They are back in the race. Excellent strike from Doku. He's come alive at the end of the season here, this fella. He can come to Liverpool next year. If City don't want you, you're exactly the type of player we need. You can come to Liverpool. Absolutely fantastic player. Bags of pace. Can drop the shoulder. Beats the fullback so well there. Brentford so poor. Give it away. I think it's Damsgaard. Is it Damsgaard? Sloppy from Damsgaard. That, really sloppy. Doku wins it back and fair play to him. Just wraps it into the corner there. An absolutely sensational goal. Go on, Doku. 30 minutes to go. City in front. There you go. 74. Arsenal dropping points tomorrow. It's coming. It's coming. They're dropping points tomorrow. Why is the atmosphere so bad? It's like a pre-season game. Yeah, I don't know. Gamer Guru ain't beating the City fan allegations here, Key. I'm not trying to. I'm not attempting to. Doku doesn't do it enough, but when he's on, there's not many better in the league. Brentford long throw into the box. They're resorting to Arsenal tactics here. Get it away. Scrappy. Donnarumma. Good claim. Well done. Shell says prediction for Lecce v Juventus, Key. I think Juve will nick that one. Yeah, Juve still doing alright back end of the season. I predict 2-1 Juve. Keenan Yildiz playing in that one. Lyle says, Key, do you think Arsenal will win it before the last day or will they clinch it against Palace? I think they'll have to clinch it at Palace I think they'll have to go to Palace and win. I think it's going to go down to that final day. Yeah. Very real possibility it goes down to that final day. I think Arsenal will drop points tomorrow and yeah. I'm almost certain they drop points tomorrow. I think if they... I have said this, to be fair. I said it earlier. I think if Arsenal do win tomorrow, I think that's basically the title done. Because I don't see him dropping points against... they're just not going to drop points against Burnley. But they might drop points away at Palace. They might well do. Gamer Guru, Timbo, he claims he despises Chelsea more, but I don't see it. Yeah, but that's because you're an Arsenal fan and you're a little bit sensitive, aren't you? You're a little bit of a sensitive Sally when it comes to Arsenal stuff, aren't you? Same as I am with Liverpool, in fairness. I mean, we all are. It's our club. We're always going to be a bit sensitive. Gamer Guru, you do know Palace get a 10 million bonus if Arsenal win the league. Did they really? Why did they get a 10 million bonus if Arsenal win the league? Lewis Brown says Palace will rest players as they have a final 3 days later. No, it's also Glasner's final game, though, at Selhurst Park. They won't rest that many players. No chance. He's probably more inclined to rest players, I think, the week before. Johnny, once you've done this game, Key, you need to go and watch the goal in the Stevenage v Stockport game. Oh my days, I'll have a look at it. Yeah, I will. Timbo, it'll be a clause in the Eze transfer, presumably. I don't think that'll make that much of a difference. They're not going to throw a game because of an Eze clause. Hey, listen, put it this way. Do you think Oliver Glasner's going to listen to Steve Parish after... Imagine Steve Parish didn't give Oliver Glasner the money he wanted, right? And now he's leaving the club for that exact reason. Do you think if Steve Parish has a word with Oliver Glasner and says, listen, Oliver, quick question. Do you mind if we lose to Arsenal in that game so that we can pocket 10 million quid for, when you leave and we can give it to the next manager maybe? What's Oliver Glasner going to say? He's going to say, back off, on your bike. This is my final game at Selhurst Park. I'm a legend here, and I am going out a legend. And the way I'm going out a legend is by picking up a point against Arsenal. I'm going to frustrate the life out of him, and I'm gonna get a cheeky win in that one, or at least a draw. And then we're gonna take that form into Rayo Vallecano against in the Europa Conference League final. Hopefully Arsenal will be looking at the Champions League final and blow it. Possibly. Like I said, listen, there's stranger things happened in football. Much stranger things happened in football. Joe says Glasner doesn't sound like that, Key. All right. I'm trying to do an Austrian accent now. No chance, Steve. Not a chance. We're not doing it. We are going to play. Glasner will do what's best for business. Will he balls? It's his final game in the league against Palace. He's not going to do that. No chance. Glasner's going to be well up for it. Guardiola needs to do a Fergie v Keegan, say that Palace won't try v Arsenal, so Palace then play their hearts out. There's just no way. There is no way. Listen, we might even be saying this. West Ham might beat Arsenal tomorrow. And if that happens, then, it doesn't really matter, does it? They can win at Palace and they can win against Burnley. If West Ham beat them tomorrow, it's all done. Doku. Wonderful play, Doku. Oh, unlucky. Inside again. Doku, chance. Foden! Oh, nearly 2. Get to the chopper. In my mind, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool have all done as well as each other in the Champions League. We've all just faced PSG at different points. Yeah. Gamer Guru goes down as a Palace hero for getting them an FA Cup. He'll leave the club on good terms and won't be a petty bitch about it. I think that's wishful thinking. It's very wishful thinking. DZ Solid, I hate your accent. That's a shame. I just started to like yours. Vagabundo, if West Ham win, you shave your eyebrows. Why are you so desperate for me to shave my eyebrows? Bit creepy. We have to see the Trump impression one day. No, not doing it. Super stand, but everyone just to PSG, not Arsenal. Don't know what that means. McGinn for the Ballon d'Or. Yes. Go on, John McGinn. Love him. Nate, Key, you always say you're not biased, but you hate Arsenal. I don't hate Arsenal, mate. I just don't want you to win. For the 90 millionth time, I just don't want you to win. Mr. Al-Shamari, what do you think about Bournemouth? They are unbeaten in 16 Premier League games. Are they good, or is the Premier League this season quite weak? Yeah, it's quite weak. It is quite weak. Here's Haaland, wonderful play, unlucky. That's going to be a foul, ref, is it? No. Wow. Timbo, is McGinn a Villa legend? Is he in that conversation? I think if they win something, yes. Yeah. If Villa win a European Cup, a Europa League, then yes. I absolutely do think John McGinn's in that. Nate for the Star says, isn't that hate? No, it's not hate. It's only hate if I actually hate, and I don't hate. I just don't want you to win the league or the Champions League, and it's because of the way you play football. Nothing to do with anything else. Gamer Guru, Prem's been stronger this season than last season. Nah, it's not. It's not. Definitely not. Keys Trump impressions for the World Cup. I might do. That might give you a reason to get up. I'll throw it in one of them early hours streams. Maybe not Egypt v Iran at 4 a.m. I'm not sure a Trump impression will fly in the Egypt v Iran game. I might not do it on that one. But that's a 4 a.m. kickoff. Timbo, it's only hate if I hate and I don't hate. Key dumbing it down for us. Not for you. You're a fairly decent guy, as we know. But maybe for some others. If Bowen hat-tricks on Arsenal, does he become a West Ham legend? Yes. Nate says you play football You do whatever it takes to win. There is no rule on how to play. Not a rule, but there is preference, isn't there? There is a preference. And I have a preference, and maybe you have a preference, and plenty of other people have a preference. And your preference is your preference, and I wouldn't dare to disagree with it. My preference is there is a style and there is an entertainment factor in football. And I want to see teams that entertain. I want to see teams that attack, that go for it, that take chances, that take risks. And if you take risks, that means leaving the door open at the back. Mikel Arteta's not interested in that. Zero risk, very risk averse, very pragmatic, very boring, very dull, very negative, not very Arsenal. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree. That's my opinion. That's why I don't want Arsenal to win the league. That's why I don't want you to win the Champions League. I don't want you rewarded for such shocking play. Brentford, keep him out. That's never a foul, ref. That's never a foul, ref. That's never a foul. Fantastic. As if you cheat. As if you're claiming a pen for that. Never a pen. It's never a pen. That's never a pen, ref. Never a pen. Never ever a pen, that one. Oh, that's a big claim. It's a very big claim. The ball gets played forward. Thiago with the ball across the face. No, that's a dive from Sharda. That's a dive from Sharda. That is a dive. It's a dive. Total dive. That's the second time he's done it as well. Absolute dive from Sharda. Jay says Arne Slot's decisions are jokes. Bringing Ray off had the whole stadium booing. That just shows the whole stadium don't know what they're talking about. The player literally was injured. The player asked to come off. Yeah, clear dive that from Sharda. Get him off. What an embarrassment, says Ronan. Exactly. And the referee says no. Dive. Nate says, so if Liverpool plays like the current Arsenal and is winning, you wouldn't support Liverpool? No, of course I'd still support him. I'll support him however they're playing. Wouldn't like it, though. And I'd make it known. I think a lot of Liverpool fans would make it known. Doku, strike! Oh, nearly two! Nearly two. Joe says, breaking news, a bloke from St. Helens upsets the whole of Iran. Yeah, I genuinely think I could, yeah. Key Thomas opens the Straits of Hormuz. You're the embarrassment, ha 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 ha. Oh, hit me where it hurts. How good is Doku, by the way? Absolutely fantastic. Claim for the penalty on City now. No, you're not getting it. Jay, man loves to rage bait. Who, Arne Slot? Arne Slot's not a rage baiter. Here's Doku again down the left-hand side. No, you lad. Why? Why am I a rage baiter? I'm not a rage baiter. That suggests I don't believe what I'm actually saying, and I trust you. Trust me, I very much do. Key's not from St Helens. He's from Birkenhead. Burko. STWST Red. Why do you want Corrupt FC to win the league? Because they play better football than Arsenal. I don't even know, says, does anyone actually see a Brentford goal? Nada. No chance. Not happening. Welsh wing, I take it back. Brentford are numbnuts. Don't deserve Champions League. What the hell is this defending on Doku? It's all good. Listen, Arsenal are going to lose tomorrow and City are going to get it via points. They won't need goal difference. Renegade, loving from Australia, watching from Australia. Love your work, mate, and I love you. Thank you very much. What a guy. Noah, do you want some chicken, lad? Happily, would love it. Doku. Oh, Haaland must be. Get it in. Get it in. Yes, it's third. It's two. The goal difference is goal difference in. Come on, City. 2-0. Get them caught up. That draw tomorrow is going to hit like C-R-A-C-K. Go on, City. 2-0. It's coming. It is coming. What was that defending? Shocking from Brentford. And City do just enough to force it over the line. Dyer91 says, I think regardless, Arsenal have won the league. Maybe. Still time. Still time yet. Time for bed, says Montesutz. The Beast. The Beast, says Noah. Get him, Viking. Wonderful that from Haaland. And it just bobbles over the line. Is it onside? It is onside. No question marks about that one. Yeah. I don't know who gets the final touch. Haaland's claiming it, but I'm not entirely sure it is him. Oh, it might actually, maybe. Might come off the back of his calf. Just bobbles in the end. Vigo the Carpathian 2-0. JXYSF. Who do you love the most? Your mum or City? City. Welshwing says Brentford will pay for their crimes. Cameron, if Gyökeres scored that, you'd say it was shit. That's because Gyökeres is shit. He's not Haaland, is he? That's not quite the same thing. Brendan, guys jumping off his seat for City. No seat. Look at that. No seat. If I can move. No seat at all. Haaland is going to put Arsenal over his shoulder and carry them back to his camp. Stay humble. Stay humble, brother. Key's mum isn't saving the world from Arsenal, so obviously City. Yeah, sorry, mum. You know, got to take a back seat today. Tony Kelly, I'll do your maths for you now. Arsenal still 2 points ahead regardless of tomorrow. Oh, Tony, you're so salty, mate. You're so salty. Relax. Just stay calm. Oosa. See you next time, Key. Have a good one. Take it easy, Monty Suts. I don't even know. Says, would you congratulate us if we win the league? Nay. That's not happening. Average Arsenal hater. Nay, that's not true. Arteta surprise guest at the City trophy lift at the end. I can't wait. There's a fella who's been sending me a ticket for the Arsenal trophy parade, and he literally sends it me probably every 2 or 3 games. He sends it me. I get this message pop up, and it's this fella saying, here's your ticket, Key, for the Arsenal trophy lift parade, your personal ticket. And he's obviously done it on AI. He's gone on Claude or ChatGPT or whatever and made it out. And I can't wait. If I can send him one. I usually won't reply to people trolling or whatever, but generally, I've got to. For him in particular, I think I might have to send him a ticket back. Noah makes edits. Who's your favourite, Salah or Robertson? Andy Robertson, every day of the week. And then this fella, Jordan Henderson. Kane Pride, cheering for a team you hate is weird behaviour. Well, some may call me weird. Some may say I'm weird. I'll own that. What's that? Chidera Ruth. Not to be biased, Arsenal will beat West Ham tomorrow. Are you an Arsenal fan by any chance? Chidera Ruth? Harry Sinclair, can we do a meet-up, Key? I'm flattered. I'm absolutely flattered. I'm a married man, I must say. Have you ever met a world-class footballer? And if so, who? A world-class footballer? I met Xabi Alonso. I think he would probably about qualify. Jamie Carragher as well. Not that this guy's living rent-free in Key's head or anything. Well, I can't charge. He's not living rent-free. It's more that It's just like, it's the same thing every single time. Usually there's a little bit of variety with it. And it's quite funny. It's quite funny, a lot of them. But this one, it's the same thing every single time. Jamie Carragher's not world class, forget about it. How old are you? If you watch football between 2005 and 2008, Jamie Carragher was absolutely world class. Jamie Carragher was he was absolutely world class. PDM, I don't think you'll be sending him a reply. I believe we'll get it over the line. I agree. No, I agree. I'm just saying if. I'm daydreaming. He said world class and you said Carragher. Well, I was thinking of people that I'd met. Carragher was world class. Fowler. I've met Fowler. Fowler was world class. Yeah, Xabi Alonso, world class. Say they were world class. I don't even know, says, do you feel bad for us Arsenal fans that we have to watch the BS football every week? Yes, I do. I feel even worse that you've had to watch it and not have any success. Like, at least if you had success, you could kind of say, well, yeah, it's not great football, but at least it works. You've not really had that, have you? That's why even if you do win this year, it's a little bit like, well, great, about time. You spent a fortune, you've had to put up with 6 years of absolute dross. Yeah, well done. You got a league title out of it. Fair play. Josh, you're a freak. You're not weird. I'm not sure if the wife would agree. Jellyfish, Jamie spits at young girls. He didn't spit at young girls. He spit at a fella and there was a young girl in the front seat. That's irrelevant. He still spits, which is minging. That is vile. Who he spits at is inconsequential. If you spit at a young girl or you spit at a fella, that's just as bad. It doesn't matter. It's minging. Oh, nearly 3-0. Gamer Guru says, mate, you have to be rage baiting. Carragher is never world class. Jamie Carragher was world class. Between 2005 and 2008, yes, Jamie Carragher was world class. There was a few better centre-backs around. There was better centre-backs, but there weren't that many. For about a 2 or 3 year period. World-class spitter. Well, yeah, I wouldn't deny that. Jamie was never world-class, mate. He was. Jamie Carragher was absolutely world-class. At his peak, there's not a centre-back in world football I'd have wanted instead of Jamie Carragher. There was conversations. Liverpool fans used to have conversations. Would you swap Jamie Carragher for John Terry? No. Absolutely not. Jack Brockman, I asked the question, and Jamie, I feel like, is a pretty good response. I'd say Carragher was world class. Yeah. Carragher was just spitting facts in that video. And Lord Yorkshire, Carragher was world class. I think so. Yeah. People are entitled to their opinion, of course, but I think he was world class. I think if you looked around at that time, there was maybe 3 or 4 centre-backs who were better than him. But, yeah, the problem was he just wasn't world-class for long. Marmouche, corner. Good tackle, that from Christopher Ayer. The Arsenal says Henry ripping up Carragher and his teammates down that line at Anfield. Yeah, I mean, but then again, that doesn't mean anything, does it? Henry basically tore most defenders apart. He tore Terry apart a few times. There was no shame in getting tore apart by Thierry Henry. I don't think losing a battle to Thierry Henry would render you not world class if you were already a very, very good centre-back. Far post, nearly 3. Timbo says Carragher wasn't brilliant, probably wasn't top 5 centre-backs in the league, mind you. Terry, Ferdinand, Campbell, Carvalho, Vidic. I wouldn't have swapped Carragher for John Terry at the time. You thinking he was better than Terry is pure rage baiting. I didn't say better than Terry. I said I wouldn't swap him for Terry. It's not the same as saying better than Terry. Carragher is closer in talent to Maldini than any of us are to him, assuming like none of us are Saliba on a fake account or something. I have to get me mask. Take me mask off. Bruce and Pallister were very good defenders. Bruce and Pallister were very good, yes. For those who say Carragher isn't world class, how many Champions League titles have they got? Honestly, Jamie Carragher against Chelsea in that Champions League semi-final, and even the one against AC Milan in the second half, you could literally just film that and just say, how to defend, kids. This is how you defend. He was incredible that night against Chelsea. That is the single best centre-back defensive performance I've ever seen from any player, ever. Jamie Carragher against Chelsea, 2005 Champions League semi-final. He was unbelievable. Three Star says, with 9 possible spots available this season in the league, I'm wondering how far those spots will go down. If the clubs in that top 9 have not met the blind trust deadline, if they had to. Oh yeah, Brighton and Hearts. That could be an interesting one, actually. If Brighton qualify for the Europa League and Hearts somehow end up in the Champions League, which they would be, wouldn't they, if they win the SPL, then Brighton might get knocked out, possibly. Jay says, Ramos. Nah, Ramos was a baby in 2006, 2007. Ramos wasn't even around at that point. No, and you've named Terry twice, and Stam was getting on by that point as well. Nesta, yes. Maldini was playing at left back. Again, Nesta, yes. John Terry, yes. Carvalho, yes. Vidic and Ferdinand, yes. So maybe there's 4, maybe there's 5. But what I'm saying is I think even if you say Jamie Carragher was probably top 10 centre-backs in world football in 2005 to 2008, and I think that's reasonable. Say he's top 10, I would say that qualifies him broadly as a world-class centre-back. I wasn't asked what do you think about Jamie Carragher, by the way. I was asked, Key, have you ever met anyone who's world-class? And I said, I'm trying to scratch around and think of players who I've met and whether they'd be qualified as world-class or not. Carragher, Fowler, Alonso, I would say those are probably the best of the footballers that I've met. South Shep says, take them Liverpool glasses off. Rio over Jamie any day of the week. Rio was a very good centre-back. I'm not denying that either. Gamer Guru, he was never top 10 centre-backs in his time, not once. Have you got something against Jamie Carragher? Apart from the obvious. I think that's a bit harsh. I think he was definitely top 10 centre-backs. Carragher was good, but that good. Yeah. For that finite window, yes. Yeah. Come on, City, one more goal. I don't even know, says Shane Rio is a shocking pundit. Again, and if we're having a pop at Carragher for being, a little bit despicable as a human being, I don't think, Rio Ferdinand's not brilliant either, is he? Timbo, top 10, I'd give you yes. Was he better than Huppier? Probably wasn't better than Huppier as a defender, but he was a perfect partner for... It's a weird one, Jamie Carragher. I think Sammy Huppier was a better defender. Yeah, Sammy Huppier was probably a better defender than Jamie Carragher. Well, we're into the last 60 seconds here. And City 2-0 up. Ooh, Jan Eltz. Yeah, he did throw an arm into Foden there a little bit. Harry Sinclair, Nobby Styles would be the best player I've met. Nobby Styles. Handsome. Adam says top 3 current Prem centre-backs. Van Dijk. Gabriel. Stones, if he's fit. If he's fit. If he's not fit, then I don't know. Then you're scratching around. Probably Canate. Yeah. I'd say Van Dijk, Canate, and Gabriel in some order. Obviously, it changes because they've been in out of form. Gabriel this season has been a shitbag. Bernardo Silva levels of shitbag, but very, very good. Brentford down the left-hand side. Ball out for a goal kick. Chidera, Ruth Ahmadiyad, Liverpool fan, mate. Great, fantastic. Timbo says, best player I've met is Frank Lampard. I was 12. I was so starstruck, couldn't even get any words out. 3-star, see you all tomorrow. Everyone, take it easy, 3-star, have a good one. Big game tomorrow for Forest. Joe, I met Onel Hernandez when I was in Norwich once and had my photo with Delia Smith. Where are you? Harry says, why do we judge footballers' private lives to a higher standard than politicians lots of the time? I think it's anyone really in the public gaze, isn't it? Anyone's kind of... But yeah, footballers... if you give any young man a lot of money... you're gonna make he's gonna make some bad decisions. Marmouche, oh, it's there, it's 3, and I'm telling you now, the goal difference is ramping up. This is where City can take effect tomorrow. City, come on, Arsenal dropping points tomorrow. The goal difference, it's catching up. City are now plus 39, plus 39 for City, and plus 41 for Arsenal. 39 and 41, I think. No, 40. Plus 40 now, because that goal's just registered. Plus 40, plus 41. The goal difference is catching up. West Ham get a point tomorrow. This is where it's going to start. The collapse is on. Timbo says we judge footballers' private lives because we're tribal and want a point score against each other's players. That's it. And PDM says Arsenal are not dropping points tomorrow. We'll win 3-0. But if you don't, we can dream. We can enjoy it. Pete says I loved Hippier Honcho partnership. Stefan Honcho. Best save in an FA Cup final. Brentford far post, City clear it away. Still 2 minutes left to go. City have played really well today. Second half especially. And it's going to go to the wire, this one. I don't even know, says, I don't deserve this stress. Header, keeper, tipped over the bar. Well done, Donnarumma. West Ham to beat Arsenal 1-0 tomorrow. One can only hope. Brentford didn't show up today, says Jellyfish. Timbo says, best save in an FA Cup key. You're forgetting Czechs versus you. Wait, I don't know if you've already seen it, but go back and have a look at Stefan Honcho's save on the line in an FA Cup final. Thierry Henry rounds the goalkeeper in 2001. Do you remember the Michael Owen final? Everyone seems to have written this off. I'm sure Arsenal fans won't have forgot about it. But Thierry Henry rounded Sander Westerveld and he had a shot and it was goal bound. It was going on goal and Stefan Honcho fell backwards. He went like this. He fell save. But it's a definite handball on the line. And Michael Owen, we end up going on and winning that game 2-1. Best ever save in an FA Cup final is Stefan Honcho. Gunners are shit. I told you the bet I had yesterday with the Buendia assist. 1-1 West Ham. Go on then, Sam. Sam gets him right and he's gone 1-1 West Ham. Here's Semenyo. Ball pulled back across. Oh, nearly 4. Nearly 4. It's going to be a goal kick. Connor says he doesn't hate Arsenal but bends over for the team that robbed his of multiple titles. They didn't rob us. They didn't rob us. Yeah, they didn't rob us. Connor Buendia, the famous West Ham player. No, he was on about Buendia in the Villa game, mate. He said Buendia in the Villa game. That's what we were talking about. You wouldn't know that because you weren't in the previous one. But he was on about Buendia in the Villa game. I knew what he was on about. So maybe don't get a bit uppity. Don't get too uppity. It's very unbecoming. Doesn't suit you. Mancini says, ref only wanted one side to win tonight, to be fair. And Timbo, I've not seen it, actually, to be fair. I have to watch it. Watch it. It's great. Right. There you go. Full time in this one. Arsenal getting a little bit nervy now. They might not want to admit it, but they're getting a little bit nervy. Them Arsenal fans. City just sticking 3 past Brentford. Casual. Casual as you like. City coming down the road. Here we go. Right. I will be back tomorrow for West Ham against Arsenal. 4 o'clock. I am live for that one. It's a 4:30 kickoff. It's live on Sky. I'll be live tomorrow for that one. Come on, the Hammers. Have a lovely Saturday night, whatever you're doing. And yeah, don't forget to leave a like on your way out. Make sure you subscribed if you've not already. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely, lovely night. Ta-da.